Welcome back to This Week. The horrific events in Israel this week resulted in a renewed pledge of support from Tennessee elected officials. Tonight, we hear from Governor Bill Lee and Senator Marsha Blackburn.
It's tragic, certainly, what's happened there. Tennessee certainly supports and stands with Israel and will. We have had a long history of doing so in this country and in this state, and we'll continue to do that in any way that we can. On a closer to home note, we have, through our Department of Safety, reached out to every synagogue across the state, or we're in the process of reaching out to each one of them to make sure that we're in communication with them, that there's any needs that they might have and support that they might need going forward, that we're able to do that. But most importantly, we just want to remind them that we stand with Israel and we stand in support of them. Well, first of all, anti-Semitism should not be tolerated in any form, in any way in this country, and we have been very clear about that from the state level and certainly in this country. So we want people, especially the Jewish community in our state, to understand and recognize that we do support them. We are interested in hearing of any issues going forward, and again, reaching out to synagogues and leadership of the Jewish community across the state to make sure that they feel protected and that they feel supported. Here's the reality, regardless of who you are. If you live in the state of Tennessee, we want you to feel protected and we want you to feel safe. Public safety is key and paramount for our state. So no matter who you are, we want to make sure that people recognize that they're safe here in this state, and we're doing everything we can to keep them that way. I think what happened to Israel, the attack from the Palestinians, was unprovoked and entirely inappropriate. It was a terrorist attack. What happens there between those two countries obviously is something that I can't speak into, but hey, we pray for this war to end peacefully as soon as possible. We pray for human beings of all kinds across the globe to not find themselves, especially innocent victims of war. But this is an aggressive act, and I suspect there'll be retaliation, and we'll watch how that plays out in the days ahead.
As we begin this week, we are focused on supporting Israel and making certain that they have what they need. The Tennessee delegation has joined me in a letter. And basically, my belief is this: if it shoots, if it sells, if it spies, be sure that you get Israel everything they need right now to defend themselves.
Stay with us. This Week continues in a moment. Thanks for spending part of your weekend with us as we watch the events continue to unfold in Israel. That will do it for another edition of This Week. I do want to thank my guest, Barbara Dabb, Director of Communications and Editor of the Jewish Federation of Greater Nashville. We hope to see you back here next weekend for another edition of This Week, and you have a great one.